It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I disappoint him.
I think that's normal for most for most church organizations.
Talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. And then you give everyone else a hard time. Let's find out what's going on with the town. Let's go out find out what's going on with these deserters. And we've got our new friend Pavati who's going to help us. And she's had a bit of a rough trot thus far. Something to do with the rats. I don't reckon there's anything to do with the rats. I reckon that's just trying to paint the picture of how shit things are around here. I reckon they're just coincidental. Oh, so many waypoints. Coming down the new power. Talk to this vicar dude.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
See?
You some sort of freelancer?
Yes. I am.
Huh?
Bastards. Work. Quick check for mad loots. There are no loots here. We've got an optional objective to talk to someone, but of course we're going to talk to someone. Vicar Max, who I'm pretty sure also becomes, like, you know, seen his name in the information I was pre-reading.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yeah, that's fair.
Something you need?
You mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask you about.
You mean about the mission being too clean?
Isn't it supposed to be clean? It's a church.
I know, but Vicar says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk.
Mm-hmm.
The machine Vicar sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
Okay, well then why did you want to talk to him?
The Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I disappoint him.
I think that's normal for most for most church organizations. Okay, let's get back at it. Resident.
Carry on.
All right, I'll carry on.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
What? No. And I resent the accusation.
Yeah.
Wasn't nothing but a question. Do excuse me.
I must be on my way. Verity to you.
Yeah, this place proper fucked.
Talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. And then you give everyone else a hard time. All right, Mr. Vicar Dude. What's going on?
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
Everyone does have good hair. That's a good observation. My character included. Alrighty. How did you know I'm an outsider?
I've never seen you before.
Oh, that makes
And
sense.
there's been no paperwork indicating a transfer. Half the time it's wrong, but a new worker without paperwork? Unheard of. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here, except for Ms. Holcomb, who for some reason doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
Well, maybe it's because you're so dismissive, which is quite quite inappropriate for a vicar, isn't it?
Oh, nothing could be further from the truth. I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
Okay, but isn't your job to raise that?
Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
Hold on a minute. You just refer to this town as a miserable place?
Yes, and thank you for pointing it out. It is wrong of me to succumb to distress. This place could be so much more, and I will continue in my quest to make it so.
Okay. What sort of spiritual advice do you offer here?
They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No. How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands.
Seriously? That's what you're selling here?
Selling? No. It is free for all who seek it. I'm sorry you don't find these tried and true words of wisdom to your liking.
I am very skeptical of everything. All you've got are platitudes about enjoying your work. Have you looked around here lately, dude?
Have you? These people
Yes.
need something, anything they can grasp to survive. Delving into the metaphysical minutiae of the grand plan would be nonsense to them, if not worse. My apologies. The townsfolk are having a tough time of it, and it's been difficult for me to enrich their lives. They are good people. It is just difficult to reach them.
Okay. He might actually be trying to do good things. We shall see. Well, Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
He has asked us to cut off power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife.
Yeah.
I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always
So
has,
do I.
if you believe.
What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
It depends on how well the leader can provide beyond your walls.
Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for.
So, what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Power to Edgewater. So he wants me to do it. Really? Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
And why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Okay, handsome sum. Tell me more.
It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Why would a vicar be after a banned heretical book, though?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
Okay, nothing sus. I'll need to know a little bit more about this book before I agree to it, though.
It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
Bright says he wants to destroy it. I reckon that's a good point. Oh, okay. Well, I guess let's see. I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Oh, level up. Okay. And we can allocate some skills. I want to do more dialogue skills. And leadership. And combat's going to be a little rough for the meantime, but that's okay. So we want to up our other utility skills first. Let's boost it a bit more. Dunsky, yes. Commit. You have unlocked a dialogue combat skill. When attacking the correct type of target, they are automatically debilitated. Okay. Good. A new perk. Every second level you get a perk. Ooh, okay. How are we doing? Let's tackle the mission and see what happens next. And away we go. Probably a good time to pause here. We shall continue another day in another episode. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Tell your mum I said hi.